says, "Hey, Kiki, my name is Derek, and my sister and her fiance fell on hard times. They called me and asked if they can crash in my guest room for a few weeks. My wife was totally against it, and I stalled them out as long as possible, hoping that other family members would help, but somehow they ended up in my guest room, and the agreement was for 1 month. Well, here we are, going into the third month, and they haven't spoken of any plans to move out. Then, to make matters worse, my wife works from home and says that she hears them hooking up in the middle of the day when they're both supposed to be out looking for jobs. So I got fed up last week, and I asked them to leave by Friday. Now, my parents are trying to guilt trip me, which really sucks because they're retired, living out of town, and living la vida loca, while I'm left to raise their adult daughter. Am I wrong for kicking them out with nowhere to go?
Why don't you go fly to wherever they are and move in with them?
Hello?
Then. Parents that you want to guilt trip you, then go live with them. Judge Kiki, what say you?
You are not wrong. You, the audacity to be getting busy in my house and you broke. That's a problem. You don't have a job. Your man don't have a job.
Broke people have no right.
No.
Just add us next time.
Oh, no.
No, you should not be getting busy in somebody's house in their guest room when they're nice enough. First of all, you know I don't want you here. You know I don't want you here. So let's just get that out there. You know my wife don't want you here.
Noted.
So every time I see you in the kitchen, you should be telling me about your plan to move out. I don't get comfortable somewhere you know you shouldn't be. That is crazy. And you
How dare
comfortable
you.
enough to be hooking up in my house?
We can't hook up if we stay
No,
there?
girl, you can't hook up in here. No, y'all need to be hooking
Okay.
up on a job.
You guys are the jury. 855-591-1035. Here's the thing. If you stay in my house for a month and I say you can stay in my house for a month, I just assume that's going a couple. I assume that's going on. Now, I don't love it.
on.
I don't love it, but I assume in 1 month that there's no, I mean, of course, they're sleeping in the same bed. They're going to get it on.
I should not hear you.
Right. Okay. But let me get to the rest of the thing. One, there should be no evidence of said hooking up.
Exactly.
It should, because you don't need to hear the evidence of me hooking up, and it's my house.
Right.
But you still there needs to. I don't, Kaylin. I'm sorry
Yes,
if you
dear.
stay in my house for a month. I don't need to hear the noise pollution of you and Shane bumping each other.
Listen,
First of all.
you don't need to hear it, but if it happens to happen, I'm not going to lose my mind over it.
Okay, well, I
got to
shouldn't
go.
have it.